Humans are born prey. Fragile, afraid. The Imperium selects a chosen few. Children we break over decades of conditioning, purging them of weakness, carving out their fear. Those that survive are reborn with the strength to level cities, to conquer worlds. But power must be controlled. Fear forged into obedience, into faith. Centuries ago, I chose a child filled with pain and rage. A child who had never known fear. What could a soul like that be capable of?
Out of my way, old man.
Hello everyone, this is Badass Prime 27, and today we have the Warhammer 40k secret level as seen on Prime, Ataris, Titus with the Laurels of Victory, Leventus, and Torvald. And we have a Space Marine 2 character with us, the Ultramarines Minaris Calgar, Chapter Master with the MKX Grievous Armor and the Gauntlets of Ultramar. And let's start off with Lieutenant Titus. Here we have Titus with the Laurels of Victories. As you can see here, as you can see, attention to details. We have the Ultra Pauldron and the Omega Pauldron. Pockets and the grenades. There's a holster for his gun. And here we have the Death Watch chain that he served in this time when he was being accused of heresy or corruption. And with his backpack with the Omega and the skull inside of it. Articulation can rotate on both ends. Just apply it onto his back like that. I have a close look at his helmet with the laurels on this helmet, and the skull. Very well detailed figure we have. And here we have his head, just like how it was shown at the secret level show. Gray. He has little specks of gray hair, or we have attention to details with those dents or whatever they're called. I can't remember. but yeah, and you can actually take off his helmets, and his helmet does open to have lights inside, but unfortunately I don't have them or the batteries to place them in. But you know how it is. Just so just like that, it is a very tight place to tighten, to plug it in. And here we have him without his helmet. And now on for, oh wait, the articulations. I'm sorry, forgot. For articulation, of course, ball head at the joints. Can look around 360. You can find a different angle to make them look up and look down, all the way down. And crunch. Can go up that far, down that far. Waist swivel. And here we have joints at the arm. The pauldron can move willingly. Can go back that far and up that far. The arm can go up that far, just like that. 360, obviously. Bicep rotation. Elbow joints, of course, and ball joint at the hand. Can kick that far and kick back that far. Knee joints, obviously. Thigh rotation, of course, ankle movements. You can move side to side, up and down, all that. It's on a ball joint though, and toe bend. Full articulations. And here we have accessories. Here we have the chain sword he had. Those very lovely detailed. You see the skull. And the handguard. The handles. The air vents. And those sharp blades. Here we have his gun. The bolt pistol, and you can take off the ammo clip and place it back on. And here we have his knife that he carried in the show, including the scene of the flashback of him as a child. Very lovely details. And here we have the frag grenade. Up close. The pin. And here we have the shock grenade. It's very nice detail that Joy Toys been giving us. And here we have the holster for his gun, and the one with the gun in the holster. Ball joints for both, in case want to replace one of his his pockets with that. And he does come with hands. Of course, here you have the trigger hands for both. And here we have the open hand. Catching a football. And the grip hands, as you can see. And to make him hold his accessories, you just like that. And of course, they just come out like that. Had this figure for 2 weeks now, and you want to be very careful here. Just like that, you just plug it back in. And here we have chain sword. Just like that, you can hold it. And of course, again. And of course, just like that, so you can hold. Sorry about that. We have Titus all ready for battle to fight for Ultramar. No, not yet. Take off his head. Now he is ready for Ultramar. Up next we have Mataris, Titus trainer, or master, I guess. I'm not too sure. But anyways, here is Mataris from the secret level. He is an Ultramarine. Check out the details on his face. Oh, there we go. Here, how he looked in the show. Very impressive. Of course, his armor. Without the lie, there cannot be no truth. Ultra. Without war, there can be no victory. Yeah. And of course, grenade, shot grenades. Anyways, there he is. Of course, they missed a detail on the skull, but okay. I have his skirt piece. It is very movable. Battle robe. And here we have his accessories. Here's his helmet. His helm. Very amazing details, just like how he appeared in the show. can actually take off his head, and of course his helmet, and here's his backpack with the scriptures and stuff and the details. There's a play on his back, and there you have him ready for battle. Articulation still the same. That can move out that far. Knee joints, ankle joints, toe bend. And of course, he does have a holster for his plasma gun. Just like that. Elbow joints, ball joints, bicep joints, 360 as always. Well, yeah, okay. And head joint, ab crunch, come down that far and up that far. There you have it, him. And here is his axe. Just like in the show. That's where he became the Aura Farmer. The original Aura Farmer. And here we have his shield. That he used to defend himself with the Chaos Forces. Of course, hands, both pairs of grips, both pairs of triggers, and both pairs of open hands. And of course, you can just remove and just like that. Okay, that's my bad. Just hold on a second. Then just remove his other hand, change it to a grip hand. Here we have him battle ready. And here he is. Next to Titus. Same height and everything. Now on to another Ultramarine. Here we have Leventus and Torvald from the secret level. They were both with Titus and Mataris on their mission. Here we have Torvald, who was the first victim to, get killed. And here we have his backpack. course, like that. It does come with the halo, just like Mataris Omega halo, and Omega symbol. We have Pauldron. Without the hope, there can be no future. Without the lie, there can be no truth. That hits hard. We have his amulet, his frag grenades, his skirts, flapping, rubber, of course, and shot grenades in the back too. Of course, the dents at the legs, a mega symbol, and scriptures on his pauldron and his legs too. And of course, this part, articulation is just like the same. A ball joint at the head. So look up that far, down that far, and down that far. Rotation 360, waist swivel, half crunch. Arm joints can move, and this strap here can get away right there. You know, but you know, it's part of the design of the squish that, you know, that didn't have to be plastic, you know, rubber. Stretching. He does have a holster for his gun. And accessories are just the same as Leventus. Who's next? Same accessories. Just like that. Kind of like the Torvel, except he has a worn battle robe, just like Taurus, except his is beige and his is light beige. Crease, I'm not too sure what that means. Without the Emperor, there can be no. There is nothing. That's what it means. And without death, there can be no sacrifice. And his does come with 3 skulls symbol armor. And of course, you guessed it. Joints are the same. Up and down, left and right. Waist swivel, half crunch, 360, knee joint, thigh joints, ankle joints, toe bend. Of course, you can have them holding their weapons. Just like that. And just like shield and sword. And of course you can now remove his hands. Just like that. Here we have both of them, both ready for battle for the name, the Emperor and for Ultramar. Now, time for their chapter masters. Oh, and before, here's both of their guns. His. Yeah. Anyways, now it's time for the chapter master.
Brothers! The heretics clamor for a taste of victory! But we will defy them this day, as we have defied them for 10 millennia. We are the sons of Ultramar, servants to the Emperor and guardians of the Imperium. Let these wretches feel the wrath of ancient vengeance!
And here we have the Ultramarine, Space Marine 2, Minaris Calgar, Chapter Master. And he is a very, very big and tall Ultramarine. So we can take a look here. We have him. We have his scripture. And yeah, that scripture as well. And we have the gauntlets, and these are attached to him. I'm not sure how to take them off, but still. And here we have his gun, his gauntlets of Ultramar. Can't take them off, but if you take off the backpack, this part is still attached. I'm not too sure how to take off, but works, it works, you know. And of course, we have the back as well with the eagles. These can move. And here we have the ammunition, where the bullets come out. Of course, his leg. Ultramar symbol. And we have the details, his emblem, and his head sculpt, as you can see here. This is monocular, sight-word monocular. His white hair and the halo of Ultramar that he used to defend himself against the 1,000 suns. Anyways. And here we have his accessories. His 2-finger pointer for both hands. And here we have both pairs of fists. And here we have the Chapter Master's helmet with the binoculars as well. Of course, just look at that detail. Just look at that. Very amazing. Anyways, to take off his hands, just pull them out like that, and you can see ball joint. And here we have his fist, and it can be tough to put it on there. It'll just come loose. I've been just kind of pushing just like that. It's ready for battle. Of course you can. Just like that. We have him pointing to battle in the name of Ultramar. And of course you can remove his head to place his helmet. And here we have, it can be tight, but yeah, push down hard just to get it. We're gonna have him give me commands to attack the Thousand Suns and anyone and any chaos forces to stand his way. Here we have the articulations, ball joint at a head, a full 360. Not so much for the 360 part, you know, but if you do take off the turret, you can have a 360 on his hands. Wrist rotation on the forearm rotation. I'm not so sure if you can take this arm fully off, so you place on, you know, your other figures. But yeah, ab crunch can bend that far and look up that far. I can move up that far, kick back that far. Thigh rotation, knee rotation, knee joints, and ankle joints, and toe bend. Right there. And of course, here we have the Ultramarine, Space Marine 2, Manaris Calgar Chapter Master. And I did bring some other figures. Here we have him next to Torvel, Leventus, Nars, and of course Lieutenant Titus. well, that's all for today's video. This is Banos Prime 27, and thank you for joining me to review the secret level team. Ventus, Mataris, Talvoid, and Titus, and Minaris Calgar, Chapter Master. And here we have the figures, previous figures, there, and there, from my older video. I'll leave a link for that one, including the playlist for the Space Marine Warhammer. This is Banos Prime 27, and remember to like and subscribe, turn on that notification, and share this to anyone who may be interested in the Warhammer universe, And that's all I have to say. Thank you, and I'll see you all in the next video. Later.